Perdón por la espera, pero we're here. Gachiakuta. This series is really dope, so I appreciate the recommendations. It reminded me a lot of The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 1 because it tells one of my favorite types of stories in fiction. Getting it out of the mud. Now, Fumi-kun experiences a true rags to riches stories. He'd been casted aside by society, disgraced, defamed, and disfranchised by the powers around him. And although he had a tall hill to climb, he remained resolute in his purpose, knowing that he had to clear his name of the lies which had been attached to it, and he rose to that occasion, overcoming those antagonizing forces to become a better man. And I mention this for one reason. Gachiakuta is not the most unique story out right now. It's a story which has been told countless times beforehand. However, I posit one thing. If it tells this same story in the best way it's ever been done, doesn't matter. This series takes us into the brutal world of downtown LA, where one man's trash is another man's treasure, and the majority of society struggles, all at the hands of the upper class. A tale of two cities where civilians only blocks away from each other live completely different lives due to their economic standing. Rudo is a young boy born into this mad world, casted aside by society as trash due to his identity. The son of abusive murderers, and looked down upon by folks who were even around him, the poor people of society. He had no light in his life other than three things: his father, Reto, his friend, Chiwa, and his hobby of stealing trash from the rich to repurpose and refurbish it. And the whole story takes a turn for the crazy whenever all that light is snatched away from him like this. At the snap of a finger, he's discarded like the trash he thinks he is, like society looks like at him as, and thrown into this world that downtown LA only knows as the Abyss. Once discarded, Rudo was brought into a world infested with creatures like this, individuals like this, and scenery like this. And he puts the team on his back down here. In order to fight his way back up to the surface, Rudo will do anything, and he's going on this journey in order to try to cleanse his name of the lies which were brought upon him, which got him banished to the Shadow Realm. And where the series truly shines is its art, setting, and combat sequences. And the author and illustrator of this manga, Urana Kei, whom worked on both Fire Force and Soul Eater, works in conjunction with the graffiti artist, Ando Hideyoshi, and they create some of the most beautiful art design I have ever seen. It's almost like this Kentaro Miura-esque depiction of a typical shonen. And not saying the art is completely similar, but the use of exaggerated styles that almost pop off the page to show the ferocity of the emotions that the main character is feeling, it'll get your blood boiling just like guts starting to think about that day. And the character design is just as dope. I'm not going to show too many of them because I don't want to give too many spoilers, just given that you may not have read the series yet. However, if you want me to make videos on the newer shit, let my brother know. It's amazing as well. It's super unique, and you can definitely tell the wackiness from the series he's worked on beforehand and his inspiration from series like Chainsaw Man. It's just coming to life. He's got a very unique style for the characters he portrays, and although it is, anime-esque, it's definitely Urana Kei's style. And it's a short read too. It's only about 26 or 27 chapters have dropped since I'm creating this video, so I really recommend you pick up Gachiakuta sooner than later. I think that with the various mysteries that have already been created within this series, with the intricate design, with the unattainable quest that we're going on that obviously is going to be attainable in some sort, just learning about it, figuring out how we're going to do it, it's going to be a fun journey. And last but not least, the best part, they got black characters in here and they're all fire. And there's not much more I could ask for out of Gachiakuta. Art design, amazing. Characters, fun to interact with, fun to read about, fun to watch them have fun together. It's a good time to read. The interesting setting that we're in. Everything about it has just got me hooked so far. The series can be unique while also being generic. I mean, think about Demon Slayer. And I've got no hate on Demon Slayer. I've got Tanjiro back there. I've got multiple volumes of it. I've read the entire series, finished it through and through, and I absolutely love it. However, you cannot look me in the eyes and tell me that that's not a generic, typical shonen. It follows the same tropes which most other series you've read or watched do. However, it just does it better than them. It's got a battle system which is extremely interesting and engaging, characters whom you enjoy to watch grow, a setting and environment which keeps you wandering, and S-tier art to go along with it. And sometimes that's all you need for a good series. And guess what? Gachiakuta hits all of those boxes. An amazing series so far, and I highly recommend you read Gachiakuta because I don't want you to get left behind on the boat whenever we come upon the next big thing. And right now it's actually about to get its global release, so English readers may have easier access to this very soon as well. So I really think this shit's gonna blow. Makes no sense. It's winning awards even from English voters already. Crazy stuff to think about. You better pick it up. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't too. But hasta luego.